Welcome in, guys. Um, Welcome to day two of the Little Things Journal 100-day paper bag journal project. It is a 100-day project where every day for the next 100 days, we are going to be doing small little makes. Um, I wanted to start off again. I know I've apologized a couple of times for the interruption and everything yesterday. Had some technical issues. Sometimes it's out of our hand, but I will be recording a video um, for yesterday's make, which was the little circle pockets. Um, so just wanted to let you guys know. I apologize again. So today is day two, and today's prompt is decorated paper clips. So I have here different sizes of paper clips. And I really love doing paper clips because there's literally so many ways that you can decorate a paper clip. And they're so pretty and so fun. Good afternoon, Miss Haley. Hello, Miss Jennifer. Hey, Randy. Welcome in, Nancy. Welcome back, Kevin. How are you guys? Good afternoon. How is everybody today? Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. Okay, so I know I was a little bit late coming on today, but that's fine. You know, it is what it is. But we're here and we made it. I haven't had a chance to put this up yet, but I will get this to where it's available for you guys um, after today's live. Okay. I've done these a couple of times before. It's hidden paper clips, and this is a little printable that I have, and it is such an easy way to do the hidden paper clips. You're watching and laying down, Randy. Doing great. Pumped to hang out. Well, good. I'm glad. That's awesome. Okay, so this one here is from the starter pack, and it's the paper washi strips. Um, and when I tried and made these, I tried to make them wide enough to cover paper clips and trying to think ahead on Freebie Fridays. So I'm going to choose to do the wider ones, which on this page there are 3. And we'll just go ahead and cut those out. And then we'll get started with our paper clips. So has everybody made hidden paper clip before? Any kind of decorative paper clip, whether it be a charm or, with a dangle. What is your favorite way to make a pretty paper clip? Hello, welcome in, Mary. Welcome in, guys. Happy Tuesday. My name is Britt. Britt creates stuff. Okay. All right. So let's start off with this one here. And I think which one I want to do. I guess I could do this one. So to start this off, what I'm going to do is just kind of wrap it around the paper clip. I'm just going to try my best to keep it straight. Mhm. Mhm. So I've got a good start here. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of glue in the middle, just so that paper there will be stuck together. We're going to wrap it enough to cover that. Add some glue there, wrap it around. I think I'm going to wrap it one more time just because I want a little bit of those flowers, those roses there to show. You love using beautiful paper, my beautiful papers for them. That's sweet. Thank you. I worked on covering several bags last night with the pretty paper you made. Aw, well, I'm so glad. I'm glad it feels good. And I'm very happy that you are back in your craft room as well. I didn't get a lot of the flowers in there, but that's fine. Okay. So what you could do now that you have that one right, I'm just going to go ahead and take my vintage photo. And I'm going to do it on the front and the back. Just kind of darken that up a little. And then I'm going to set that one to the side. And we're going to do another one. And then once we have them covered with paper, then we'll go back and decorate them and start to add the fabric and embellishments. I like the simplicity of your kit ones. They help me to just figure out sizing for any paper, and I love the fun shaped ones you can find. I agree, there's a gazillion and one ways to decorate. Yes, there is. And I really enjoy the simplicity of it too. You don't have to This is one project that you don't really have to like overthink like at all. You don't have to use a bunch of printed fancy papers. Use your scraps. Got that one started, put a little glue in the middle there. And on this one, I'm going to try to show a bit more of the flowers. Mhm. It's going to be much better as far as the flowers go. It's a little bit crooked, but that's okay. I could wrap that one around one more time, but I'm just going to go ahead and trim that there. Now you get to see the pretty flowers. Again, I'm going to ink it. Okay, those two. Now let's change things up a bit. Okay, so with the leftover of this piece here, I'm just going to fold in half. And then I'm just going to, what do they call that? Dovetail, is that what they call it? Mermaid tail it? I don't know. But you know, that design there that you do for ribbons and stuff. And that is so much better. Hey, Miss Deb. Happy Tuesday. How are you? Welcome in. Hey, Desiree. Sorry I missed you coming in, love. Welcome in, everybody. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and ink the top, both sides of this one. And what I'm going to do is slide this through on that bottom piece that has the longer stretch. I'm going to take my glue bottle. Fishtail, I think you call it, or banner cut. Thank you, Nancy. We'll say banner cut. I like how that sounds. Good, thanks, Taryn. So may not talk. Are you still looking for your brads, Deb? Yeah, that's right. Tell her, Haley. She's got to watch out for cracking ranch. Uh-huh. So that is another style. And you know what? Let's do one more like that. But we're going to make this one shaped a little differently. Okay, so I'm going to fold that in half. I think this one's maybe, okay. It's a little bit longer, but that's fine. Still works. You still haven't found them. Well, I hope you find them. I do. I hope you find them. I do. I do. I do. Let's see. Is this going to be wide enough? That is the question. Okay. Close enough. Is that what I needed them for now? I think it was for the circles, right? Isn't that what you were going to use those for? Could be wrong, but I think that's what you said. Okay. So, yeah, we'll do this. I don't know if I necessarily, I guess it's more green than mint, but I'm trying to find the covered paper clips in colors that match what I'm working with. I only had one of those, sadly, but it's okay. Well, line it up as best as I can. Well, we've got two of those. The hidden paper clips. Those are your favorite, Haley? They are favorite of mine as well. I guess it just depends on the look that I'm going for on the page because and the purpose, I guess. Because if I wanted to add like fabric scraps and charms and beads and stuff like that, I would do more like the first one we did where we just covered it with paper and you can cover it with fabric as well. So it doesn't, you don't have to limit yourself just to using paper. You could do fabric as well. And we may do one that's covered in fabric. Because I do kind of like the sound of that. This one. Probably make sure that it's opposite instead of the same. So instead of going this way, I'll do the top that way. And we'll do one of the short pockets, and then we'll do one of the corners. Is that page part of the, not yet. It will be. I just finished it and didn't get a chance to put it in there before I hopped on. I was already running late, so I didn't want to be any later than I already was. But I will put these on there as soon as I can. Okay, so I'm just finishing up, cutting up a little pocket. Okay, and I'll ink those really quick. Thank you, Haley. Yeah, oh, you're good, girl. Good. It's good to ask the questions, you know? Okay. So on this part of the hidden paperclip, there's two main pieces. There's a smaller piece and then a longer piece. So this one has two separated segments. So where that line is, we're going to fold it in. And if you've never made one like this, it'll make sense here in just a minute as to why we are folding this backwards instead of forwards. Okay, and go ahead and glue that into place. So next we're going to fold it again, and there's no exact measurement, but the rule of thumb is fold this end, and I fold it and overlap it just enough to where it covers the edge of that piece. Increase it. And then go ahead and ink all the way around. And it's easier to go ahead and do that now versus then when we have it on the paper clip itself. Mm. So on your paper clip, you have a longer and a shorter. So the shorter side of your paper clip is going to go on top of the shorter side of your paper. And the longer side goes on the longer side of the paper. And this piece right here So if you wanted to fold it exactly in half and then glue this on top, you could. Or if you want to do it to where on the shorter side it just covers the bottom of the paper clip and then you have a longer section on this side. There's more than one set way to do it. Mm. Okay. Mm. Now, one thing I like to do, and this is personal preference, when I do these hidden paper clips, is I kind of mash down hard where the paper clip was in the center, and I'm just going to cut out a little sliver long enough for the top of a paper clip to poke through. And that is so that you can add fabric or a charm or any little decorative piece from the top of the paper clip. So about like that. Like I said, does not have to be super big, just big enough for the top of the paper clip to poke through. Like this. And I'm going to pull the paper clip up just a little bit. And then you want to leave enough space so that you can get your fabric or your jump ring or whatever that you plan to use through there. Okay. So if you choose to do that, the next step is to glue it down. Okay. Just glue down just a little bit more. That's about perfect. And I'm just going all the way around. Okay. And you don't want to press too much along the paper clip because tendency to see the paper clip through the paper. And I'm just going to ink over the top. Okay. Now you can place your pockets, and I think I'm going to do this one here, and then I'm going to do this little corner pocket right there. I may even bring it down to the bottom a little bit so I could fit something taller. So gluing in a U shape. Mhm. And then doing an L shape. So we've got that one put together. Um, Would you guys like me to do one more so you can see it again on the hidden paper clip, or are you guys feeling good about it? One more? Absolutely. Okay. All right. So we'll do the green one here. And on this one, we're going to do those two, and I'll do a larger of the green. And the reason I chose two this time is because there's a smaller one and a larger one. So you can take the smaller one and layer that pocket on top of the larger one. And then you have two pockets on the one side. Okay. You guys, you got it. So I know this is the fun part. All the yeah, you gotta use the pocket. So how are you guys liking the little things journal so far? I know one, I think, a very common question, and I didn't even think to really add it on there, so I may add that on the page. But um, how many bags are you guys starting out with? God, how many, Haley? How many binder rings did you have to get for that? Hmm, 10,000, she said. Mm. Ah, so again, on the longer piece where that line is where you're going to fold and score, go ahead and ink it. I'm just going to go ahead and do the whole thing. In the pockets really quick. I know this is some grungy paper, but some of the texture on there, it just almost kind of reminds me of cowhide. Hey, Patty. Happy Tuesday afternoon. Welcome in, dear. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are working on our paper clips. Right now we're doing a hidden paper clip. Okay, so you have this folded, have it inked. I'm going to glue it together. And then you're going to take the top. Let me see if I can get this a little bit closer for you guys so you can see. So I'm just barely to where it's overlapping. Okay, so about that much. Okay, and you're going to take your paper clip, your shorter side of your paper clip goes on your shorter side of the paper. The longer side matches up with the longer side of the paper. And I'm going to start on the opposite side because, which is the shorter side, because you want to make sure that that piece is long enough to cover the bottom of the paper clip. I'm going to hold it, wrap it around, and I'm just going to kind of squeeze where that paper clip is. So now it left an indentation in the paper, and then you're going to cut out a little tiny rectangle, and it just needs to be wide enough for the top of that paper clip to poke through. You don't have to do that step, but it is super cute. Fold and ink it. Okay. I'm going to center it. Sometimes it's hard to get a hold of the top of that paper clip, but you just need a little opening about like that. Okay, just big enough to get some fabric or jump ring through. And then you're going to come back, add your glue, and glue that on there. Right. Shorter side matched up with the shorter side. Good, looking good. All the way around. Uh-huh. So now we have some paper clip. So you can slide it on any page or any pocket in your journal. All right. So I'm going to do the larger pockets on the bigger side, just like I did on the other one. Put your glue L shape. But this time, instead of coming down closer towards the bottom, I'm just going to line this one up right along top of that piece. Match that up. Then take a smaller pocket and line that up. Then we're going to turn this around. And this one I'm not going to use as a pocket because I don't like that the text would be sideways. Well, let's switch it up and go to the other side. So I'm just going to add that one on for decoration. And then you can layer and cluster on it. You have 20 bags, Haley. Well, that's a good start. That's awesome. I am buried, but I have it. So you found them, Deb. Good job. Glad you made it. But do we need to call in help? She said, yes, please. I'll send a picture in a bit when I figure out how to get off of. Oh my gosh. You better get up out of that floor. Haley, you're funny. Okay. So that's a pretty good start. We've got two of those, and two of those. And you know what? Let's see here. You are absolutely welcome, Desiree. Thank you. About how many bags would you suggest we have? Um, I've been telling everybody that asked, I think 10 um is a good starting point. Um, if you need more than that, then you could add how many ever that you like. Um, I have I'm not counting the Amazon packaging, which is the front and the back of mine. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have 15. Technically 16. I just haven't added it in yet. But this is this baby one. I would say 10 to 15 is a great start. You don't use them all, you don't use them all. Do this blue. There's 4. No, I want to keep the gold one. Okay, so on the paper, not the paper, the fabric. Listen to me. Fabric. Put a little bit of glue at the bottom of that fabric and just sort of fold it over and kind of pinch that together. I'll leave enough space to add something. And I'm just slowly wrapping down towards the bottom. Add some glue. Just wrap that around. And that is what fabric's already pretty, but I just want to grunge it up a bit. Hello, Marilyn. Welcome in. I'm so happy to have you join us. We are working on decorated paper clips. Okay. Should we do another fabric? Should we? Should we? Should we? Should we? Yes. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Let me get past the solid colors. Like the texture. So we might look like that one. That was really light. Maybe that one. Okay. Those two actually, I think, would be really pretty together. What you guys think? Beautiful bird. I love seeing you have fun. Do continue. I am. I am. We're here to play today. Well, as long as you can get out from under that counter, Miss Sassy, don't get yourself too buried. Okay. I'm gonna do a little strip. This one and a little of this one. I am too. I'm very, very happy to have you here. Okay. So I'm not gonna worry about the strings. So this one is shorter. So I think we'll wrap this one first and then try the other one. Okay. So I just put some glue on the end of that fabric, squishing it together. This time I don't think I want to keep it like so uniform. Let's let's twist it. Add some more glue. And wrap that around. Screwdriver. What do you need a screwdriver for? I thought you was moving something. Sounds like you're deconstructing. So where I wrap that around, add some glue there. for a second. All of it, because then you won't see that other one at all. I'm just taking the end and I kind of pushed it up and under. And so it had glue on there, so I'm just going to hold that for a minute. All right, check in, Deb, check in. Okay, we're going to do one more in fabric. Then we're going to add glue. Squish it together and hold. Just wrapping. Putting glue on the end. We're going to hold that. Yeah, exactly, Haley. It's almost like making a paper bead, but with fabric and a paper clip. All right, glad you're okay. dokie. So now we have the fun part of decorating your paper clips. So the paper clip you just made is a dangle. Yes. These here covered with the fabric and the paper, those will be on a dangle. I'm probably gonna add maybe one or two to the tassel. I actually forget which day that is, but the tassel is also one of the prompts. A whole new adventure with paper clips. Now try a tiny one. Yeah. So, and the cool thing is about doing your paper bag on the binder rings, or even if it's cinched. So, if I wanted to add like a cute little charm or something in between the paper bags, then I can do that. So I could just add a jump ring and put the jump ring on the paper clip, and then around the ring binder, and then add your little jump ring down here, your charm, or whatever. It's a bunch of different ways to use them. Is there a calendar? Yes, there is a calendar. So the info packet, the calendar, as well as the starter pack, all of those can be found um, on my website, which the links to everything is in the description. Okay. Feel free to ask questions at any time, guys. Okay, so I'm going to ink these really quick because I just noticed that I forgot we did the tops, but I'm gonna go ahead and ink these. The other ones are good to go. So, and we with scraps here. Some lace. Don't want to cover up all of our pretty little design at the bottom. So I'm going to trim it. Okay. Charms are March 17th. Okay, gotcha. Just can't remember what day it was. Oh, so I got quite a few of my little bits and pieces out here. So I'm just going to kind of dig through here and see what all I can find that speaks to me. Ooh, yes. Yes, yes, definitely. Definitely that. This is part of the fun right here, seeing all what you know, constantly forget that you have. Uh, Apparently, there's a lot. Ooh, yes, 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 yes. Sorry, guys. Getting excited because I got these. I organize things and forget how I organize it. Okay, yes. So there's all kinds of these little like labels down in here. These up there like that. Mm-hmm. These are all paper die cuts. But some of these look pretty real. It's cute. There's a bottom. It's actually kind of cute. I'm just looking through these. Hmm. That one is even shorter. It's on the paperclip better. Mhm. Ooh, look at that. I'm pretty sure those were from the DT, I do believe. Some more rusty things. Hmm. Oh, I do too. Like, what do I have? What do I have? And most of these things I have had for quite some time, so I've really got to make it a goal of mine to use them. Mhm. think that one will look better. Actually, kind of like that green key better than I do those. There's polish. All kinds of stuff. Look how cute is that? Old Washington license plate. License plate. Going back and forth. I didn't know that there was that many different fans. Okay, let's play what we've got here. I think these are some of the bigger pieces. It is. Perfect. I'm going to pull that stack out because we can use those pieces to put in the pockets. So I like this, but I think I want to use it on this one. And maybe with this lace here. Oh yes, that's nice. So let's glue down the lace first, and then we'll trim it. Okay. Now I'm going to glue this piece on. Isn't that cute? Oh, trying to think. I want to leave it like that. Uh, Nope. I don't have the perfect thing. We can add to the our small flowers here. We could do butterfly and flowers. Oh, wait a minute. I do have a little blue one, and I like that one better than the darker color. Um, Trying to see what colors I have. So I want to add a couple of these smaller neutral flowers. Some of them have a little sparkle, but I also want to bring in some blue. Let's see if I had one that was a little. No, guess I do like that other blue better. We could add. No, the bow is cute, but it just doesn't vibe with it well. Off bottom plastic piece on that flower. just so it will lay better. So, whoops. I'm gonna carefully try to get as much as that off as I possibly can because I'm just gonna glue it anyway. Okay. I'm just gonna hold that down for a second to kind of let that glue dry. And go ahead and do our neutral. Do this one a little bit lighter in color, a little more sparkle. So there's little bitty like 3D foam tape in between the butterfly wings. I'm trying to peel that away because I don't need it. Right? Let's see. Not like this anyways, but I'm going to trim off. There we go. I didn't want it so curved. So I'm going to take this. Run this through. I don't want the bow. so big. There we go. So there is one of our pretty paper clips. Okay, well, let's see. Which one do we want to do next? Which one do we want to finish? Finish that one. That's key. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Haley. Hmm. Finger forward. That one. That's that one, but not too keen. What do we got here? Classical. Hmm. Not crazy about that one either. Really what I'm looking for either. Hmm. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Oh, this is pretty good. And you guys probably can't see it because it's kind of shiny. Do that. Hmm, I do like this one the best. I think I'm gonna try to sand it up a bit. Took some of that shine down. Hey, Julie. Happy Tuesday. Hope your day is going good. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm going to do this on the opposite side. That through. Let's see what. Guess I could do day 2 on this one. Mhm. Mhm. Just gonna do the cameo in the pocket there. And then this fan, I'm going to glue right there at the edge of that pocket. Coffee time. Thank you, Miss Deb. Pour me some while you're at it. Sounds good. Hmm. Mm. I feel like we need some little flowers. Over here in this corner. Something like that, maybe. Oh, you're fine, Deb. We knew you were busy doing stuff. No worries. I just appreciate you being here listening, even if you can't talk much. Like that one. Okay. And then we could find something pretty and lacy. Okay, Julie. Here we go. Let's do that's some vellum. And then here we go. Just trying to pull these both through here. Perhaps could have left a little more room in that paperclip, but it's okay. Yep. So there we've got that one. But dot dot dot. What are you talking about? But what? Okay. So that will fit in the pocket. I like it too. The chimney on the fan. I like that one, but not. Okay. I do like that one though. It says Bon Voyage. So let's put this one in there instead. No, I may end up leaving that one the way it is until, excuse me, guys, goodness, until I can find something I feel good about adding to it. So I definitely know that I want to add this. Please kind of pull back something. This gonna be alright. My living room is full as well. Crap is falling way behind things. Crazy. Mm, oh my gosh. As long as you say, "Mm, I'm gonna call you when I hop off live." Is it August? What we can find. Oh, probably gonna go with that one. The colors. Trying to fold it where you have one half of the butterfly on one side and one on the other. What is like that? Pocket. Yes, I'm having coffee and about to eat. Okay. You got a tailor there, Ellen. Oh well, glad to have you with us. I'm not sure if Desiree is still here, but she is also um, across the border. And I think Patty is too. I don't know if Patty is still here. Or do you live here in the States? Like, I can't remember. I wanna think you live across the border as well. Okay, same that one. Okay, there we go. And we can use those. Okay. Have some tiny, tiny butterflies somewhere. Well, I'll use my glue eraser. Okay, much better. Not sure what happened to the top, but I wanted to get as much of that sticky residue off there as I can. Oh, well, that's wonderful. I'm glad you do, and I can tell she feels the same about you, as she should. Mm. Now, I had better. That butterfly don't have antennas, so I'm gonna get out my little handy dandy micron, and I'm gonna draw this butterfly some antenna. If not, I'll hear about it from Deb. She will let me know. That butterfly didn't have no antennas. So now it does. Mm, go. I worked monarch on there. And so now we need pretty some pretty fabric. Hey Jamie. Hello, hello, welcome in. Let's see. There's method to the madness. Oh, there you go, Jamie. Get my tweezers here. I don't know if y'all could hear the kitty at the door. Oh, we don't like this. You keep shutting your door. So I just asked how you were doing today. Yes, we have. We have. It doesn't quite feel like it's been that long, but it has. There we go. So we'll pull that paper clip a little bit more so I can get these ends through that center. Oh my goodness. Can't even get my fingers through it there. So there we have that one. Well, good. I'm glad you're doing good. So I'm only going to do, I think, two of these. And okay, some little thingy. My little tool for the jump ring. And then I'm going to grab I call my little trinket box. Mm. I'm going ahead and adding a jump ring to the top of the paper clip so that when I'm ready to add it into the journal, I already have a jump ring in place. Okay. Let's see here. I think I'm going to go with this little charm here. It's a pack of 4. It says, I am blessed, loved, and enough. I am going to just use the love. Okay. Open this jumping. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, Miss Deb. No, I don't want to mix the silver and gold on that one. So I think what we're gonna do. There we go. Form a perfect little butterfly charm. So now this one is ready to go wherever I want to clip it. It says loved. So let's see here. I like cream, but that's one of those little, I don't have anything in here with me to trim the back off of it. If you know what I'm talking about. Goodness gracious. see. We can find something to match the don't want them. I have to use one of the bigger ones to attach that button on there. I have some crochet hooks, but they are the very tiny ones. Awesome. Okay, I like that little button. I think I'm gonna have to dig out my bigger bead container. Oop, nope. Let's see on something a lot better than that bow. This one. Let's see here. Oops. Okay, bye, Deb. Because these paper clips are dangles. Put this through. And now we'll stick a little flower. There we go. I like that. And I've got some little pretty seed beads that I'll probably add to one of the bulb pins, and clip that to the top as well. All right, guys. I think that is a good spot to go ahead and wind down today's video. That's a good bit. So we've been on for about 2 hours and 15 minutes. So let's go over our paper clips. So we have 2 hidden paper clips. And then we have these, which will just slide onto the page. So let's do that. So this one here, just slide on to the side. These here, just slide it over the top, or you could slide it over a pocket. So it doesn't have to be just the end of the paper. Get to a pocket. That works too. I love this one. I love them all, but that one's probably one of my favorites. And so if I wanted to, I could open that jump ring there, and then I could just add that directly to the binder clip. So then we've got that one. And then we've got loved. All right, so that is just a few of the very many ways that you guys can take a regular old boring paper clip and decorate it up and make it pretty for our journal projects. All right, I thank you guys so much for joining me again on day 2, and I'm even more happy that everything went good. There was no connection issues or interruptions, so I'm very, very happy with that. Um, and I thank you guys again. I will put the hidden paperclip freebie so you guys can grab that. I appreciate you all being here and crafting along. And don't forget, if you're feeling up for it and would love to share your creations, I would love to see what you guys are doing with the Little Things journal and your makes throughout the 100 days. All right, guys, I will see y'all tomorrow for day 3, okay, of the 100-day challenge. Thanks again, guys. I will see y'all next time.